For more than a century, the Liberty 5-cent coin, better known as the Liberty Head nickel, has captured imaginations, sparked myth, and inspired some of the greatest legends in American numismatics. From secret 1913 nickels worth millions to tales of hidden errors and mysterious hoards, this little coin holds stories far larger than its modest face value. Today, we dive deep into the myth, history, and enduring allure of the Liberty nickel. To understand the myths, we must begin with the truth. The story of the Liberty 5-cent coin begins in the late 19th century, a period of rapid industrialization and economic growth in America. The shield nickel, introduced in 1866 after the Civil War, was the first 5-cent coin made of nickel and copper. It was hard, durable, but not exactly beloved for its design. People complained it was ugly and confusing. By the early 1880s, the U.S. Mint wanted a change. They turned to Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the Mint, who designed a new coin. The Liberty Head nickel, first struck in 1883, it bore Lady Liberty on the obverse, crowned with the coronet, and a large Roman numeral V on the reverse to represent 5. But almost immediately, a problem and a myth was born. The first year of issue 1883 is infamous. The original reverse design displayed only the Roman numeral V, but nowhere did the coin say the word cents. Enterprising fraudsters quickly saw an opportunity. They began gold-plating these nickels, passing them off as $5 gold pieces. To unsuspecting merchants, the shiny V looked like $5, not 5 cents. The U.S. Mint scrambled to fix the mistake, and later that same year added the word cents to the reverse. Here's where the myth took root. For decades, stories spread that hundreds or even thousands of these altered racketeer nickels circulated widely, fooling everyone from shopkeepers to bankers. Some tales even claimed people were arrested for counterfeiting with them. But historians believe the truth is far smaller. Few genuine cases exist of people actually using these gold-plated nickels as $5 pieces. Most were simply curiosities, sold to collectors or exaggerated by newspapers, eager for sensational headlines. Still, the legend stuck. The no-cents nickel became forever linked with American fascination with trickery and treasure. If one myth towers above them all, it is the legend of the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. By 1912, the Liberty Head design was being retired. A new design, the Buffalo nickel, was introduced in 1913. Officially, the Mint struck no Liberty Head nickels that years. And yet, 5 specimens mysteriously appeared. Who made them? Why and how did they survive? Most experts believe they were struck unofficially, perhaps by a Mint employee, maybe even Charles Barber himself, before the dies were destroyed. What we know is that 5 examples exist, and each has a history full of intrigue. One was once owned by King Farouk of Egypt. Another famously appeared in a 1972 episode of Hawaii Five-0. And in recent decades, they sold for millions, one fetching over $4.5 million at auction. The myth surrounding the 1913 nickel isn't just about its value, it's about mystery. The idea that a coin not meant to exist somehow slipped through the cracks, creating one of the greatest treasures in American coinage. Beyond the famous 1883 no-cents nickel and the 1913 rarity, the Liberty Head nickel is surrounded by whispers of lost hoards, undiscovered errors, and secret varieties. Collectors sometimes believe there are undocumented varieties of Liberty nickels waiting to be discovered, that hidden caches of uncirculated rolls still sit in forgotten bank vaults, or that rare error coins off center strikes, double dies, or even pattern pieces are hidden away in attics. While small truths exist, yes, errors and varieties do exist, and hoards have occasionally been found. Most stories grow larger in the retelling. The reality is that after more than a century of study, most of the Liberty nickel's secrets have already been uncovered. Still, the idea of stumbling upon a long-lost rarity continues to fuel the myth. After all, who would want to find $1 million nickel in their change? Why do these myths endure? Part of the answer lies in the culture of the time. In the late 19th and early 20th century's coins were more than just money. They were daily objects of trust, symbols of the government promise. When a coin design left room for confusion, it stirred curiosity, suspicion, and imagination. Newspapers sensationalized stories of counterfeiters using Liberty nickels to swindle shopkeepers. Novelists and filmmakers turned rare coins into symbols of luck, greed, or destiny. And coin collectors, driven by passion and mystery, fueled the legends through auctions, clubs, and magazines. The Liberty nickel became more than a coin. It became a cultural artifact, part of America's storytelling tradition. In numismatics, myths are more than just tales. They part of the hobby, lifeblood. Myths keep coins alive in memory, give them an aura of romance, and often make them more desirable. The Liberty Head nickel is the perfect example. Without the myths of the no-sense fraud, the mysterious 1913 strikes, and rumors of hidden hoards, it might be remembered as just another 19th century coin. Instead, it is legendary. Its stories turn collectors into detectives, historians, and dreamers. Today, Liberty nickels remain popular with collectors. Common dates can be found for just a few dollars, while high-grade examples of rarer dates can fetch thousands. And the 1913 Liberty Head, that remains in a league of its own, one of the most famous and valuable coins in the world. But perhaps the true legacy of the Liberty nickel lies not in its market price, but in the myths that surround it, myths that remind us how something so small can carry so much history, intrigue, and imagination. The Liberty 5-cent coin is more than just copper and nickel. It's a piece of American folklore, a reminder that even ordinary objects can inspire extraordinary stories. Whether it's the fraud of the 1883 no cents, the mystery of the 1913 nickel, or the enduring whispers of hidden treasures, this coin proves one thing: myths make history unforgettable. So the next time you see an old Liberty Head nickel, remember, you might just be holding not only a coin, but a legend. Subscribe for more coin history and untold stories.